have not felt represented a lot with trans men in media. I oftentimes think that the portrayal of trans men are either aggressive butch lesbian that they disrespect or super skinny white guy.
I don't feel like I've seen representation that reflects my experience in queer media, because being someone who's like gender questioning and demisexual, not a lot of people know what that is, so it's not really up in media.
I'm finally starting to see more queer media. It's still definitely lacking. Through a lot of this, seeing people in media that shared experiences to me, they were mainly villains, bad guys, monsters that were queer-coded.
My name's Camilla Koba. I go by she, him pronouns. My areas of interest for filmmaking are writing and editing, primarily.
My name is Jamie. My pronouns are he, him, and I want to edit.
I'm Laza, she, they pronouns. I am primarily interested in writing and directing.
I think for more queer representation in media, again, we just need to go beyond the gay, lesbian stories and really look into stories about trans people, non-binary people, those who are gender fluid, asexual, like all of these other identities, because everyone's experiences are so vast.
I'm really striving for queer, trans, non-binary, polyamorous representation. My first big film I did here was Chaos the Clown, and 2 of the leads were queer in that movie. Both the actors were non-binary.
It's pretty easy to do representation. It's just people are like, I want to do a rehash over and over and over again. Just do something that you wouldn't usually do for characterization, and don't make it just about the thing that makes them different.
I think representation should just be casual. I see these shows that put token characters in them where it's like, oh yeah, we've got gay representation. He's a background character and he hardly has any speaking lines, but when we introduce him, we make a big deal of the fact that he's gay.
We're able to tell the stories that we've experienced and the things that we want to depict, and we realize people aren't going to be comfortable with that, but still going ahead and showing these are stories that need to be told, and there is definitely a market for it. I just hope that we can push the industry forward. I know we talk a lot about representation, we want to see a lot of people, but I think it really is important.
Queer stories and queer people are often treated as more inherently sexual. Check your biases, because you can make some people feel really shitty and singled out if you don't pay attention to that shit.
I have seen some well-meaning allies who have been like, this show might have bad representation, or this comedian might say really problematic things, but it's funny, or I like it, and I'm going to go see the new Harry Potter film. And it's like, okay, where your money is going in media is funding these sources. So if we're not giving money to homophobes and transphobes, then the money will be going to queer, trans filmmakers who can make better things with better representation.
Kind of always treated being queer as just like a thing. That was fun. Are the Muppets queer? Because I feel like they're kind of queer.